What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Telcoin today, TEL USD. It is the 13th day of November, and here we are at about $0.0055. That's half a cent right there, with 9 hours and 12 minutes left in this day. Telcoin recently uh, announced that it has its own bank. Telcoin Digital Asset Bank is granted final approval by the Nebraska Department of Banking and Finance. So Telcoin has their first, they have their own bank. They literally have their own crypto bank. I don't think there's another bank like this in the United States. You guys understand how big this is? A historic moment for blockchain innovation. This charter enables Telcoin to bring regulated stablecoins into traditional banking. You can literally deposit like stablecoins that have regulatory approval, like USDT or USDC or whatever stablecoin it might be. You can deposit that into the bank. There's no need now to sell your crypto for USDC, USDT, convert that into USD, and then deposit that into a bank. You can literally just all in one here. Like I don't know how to properly word this, but this is a really big deal, you guys. This is like a huge. This is a in the sense of finance globally. This is a really big deal. This is a really big deal. So of course, Telcoin is going to get a launch like this, 128% in 2 days. Now, I do want to say we are probably at a area of resistance here, right, throughout this whole range. One of the biggest candles we've had on a weekly basis up at this area where we consistently find resistance. Bitcoin's getting beat up. It looks like it wants to go below 100K again. The rest of the market's getting beat up as well. So I'm assuming we're at a point of resistance. We probably do consolidate, but guys, this is big. Oh, I want to curse. This is big shenanigans right here. It's really big, and Telcoin's not even that big of a market cap. I mean, it's not small, but let's just see. Yeah, 500 million. Not financial advisor, not a financial advisor, but Telcoin could 100x that. Absolutely, it could. It could multi 100x this. We look at the monthly time frame. Telcoin's already had one bull market. I oftentimes say that cryptos in their first bull market do not achieve market caps that are higher than 80 billion, but it's basically impossible to achieve a $100 billion market cap or more in your first bull market, at least with the current value of the dollar. It's not likely to happen. But we're in our second bull market now. This is our second bull market for Telcoin. And whenever it comes to all-time high probabilities, or possibilities, I should say, a 100x from here would put you at $50 billion. A 200x is at 100 billion. Now, just because 100 billion is at 200x doesn't mean that you will see a 200x. But I'm just saying it could happen. It's in the realm of possibilities. Telcoin could absolutely see something that goes all the way up to this golden ratio, all the way up to $1. It's worth half a cent right now. It's worth half a cent and has the prospects. You guys understand, right? Dogecoin last cycle was, what's the word I want to look for? It was a spectacle. It was captivating. It was something that everybody was paying attention to, right? And it went from, let's see, what did it do? Really, I mean, from like this price to this price, you did about like a 300x. Okay, that's actually more than I thought. I thought that it was going to be like half a cent to 73 cents. So I thought it was going to be a little less than what Telcoin did. But 300x, I mean, that's spectacular. That really is spectacular. And Telcoin from here might not do a 300x, but overall, I mean, from its low point, that'd be a 1,120 something x from its low point. I mean, just crazy, crazy potential. And that doesn't mean that it's going to go here. Just because it has the potential to go here doesn't mean that it will. But the crazy thing is, this thing could really even actually go higher. Like, as crazy as a 100x or 200x sounds, a 500x is possible. More than that is possible. We really could see this thing being worth multiple hundreds of billions of dollars, and if not this cycle, at some point in the future, right? Telcoin, let's just see its what's it called? It's circulating supply. It's tokenomics, kind of. Not the full deets of the tokenomics, just the circulating supply versus the total supply. And look at that. Look at that. There are more unlocks to be had, but you're pretty diluted. You're virtually completely diluted there. You've got less than 10% to go. Not bad, Telcoin. Not bad. I mean, the odds of you getting to this level, to about $1 this cycle, are pretty damn high. I might just have to go full blow into Telcoin, you guys. Sell everything. I'm not even kidding. I'm not saying this candidly. I'm not saying this just as a joke to incentivize people to buy. I genuinely mean this. I don't own any Telcoin right now, and I'm genuinely considering shifting my portfolio around to get some of this. I'm not going to buy here, right? 71% up in a week. The rest of the market's bearish. I'm not going to buy. Oh my God, Bitcoin's moving up. Oh, look at that. That's a reversal and a half right there, guys. That's nice. Oh, that would be really nice to see. Oh, this is big. What's going on? Hold on. Hold on. Let me just see. Files for IPO. Nothing. Nothing really. Nothing new. Nothing new. By the way, if you ever see things like this, you're looking up and it says, discover the next best crypto pre-sale. They're all scams. Don't invest in them. Don't invest in them. Okay, I'm not seeing anything. Anyways, Telcoin. Telcoin, looking at you now. Okay. We've got your all-time high from last cycle to your low of this bear market here. You've gone all the way up to your golden ratio, pulled back to your 236 level for whatever reason. We've seen that happen a lot. I very much do believe that Telcoin's on its way to its 786, 886. So from here, that'll likely be your next stopping point. From here, that's another 4.5 to 7x. Okay. From here, and likely you see that by the end of this year. If not, I mean, hell, at this point it could be by the end of November. You never know, but probably by the end of the year is more appropriate. Consolidate, and then we'll see new all-time highs going into next year, going into 2026. And genuinely, I believe that by the end of this cycle, Telcoin, not only will you be at new all-time highs, but you'll be anywhere from a 37, 38x from here to potentially a 167x from here. So very phenomenal growth, and maybe even above there. Genuinely maybe even above there. But with this idea, let's see, what's its market cap right now? It's at 506. A 100x is 50 billion. A 200x would be 100 billion. So just under a 200x. I mean, you're not going to be at 100 billion there, but pretty damn close. Maybe that's what you do. You reach just above 94 cents, somewhere around $1, and maybe even a little bit above $1, and you find resistance at your $100 billion market cap level for your all-time high. That sounds appropriate. What a spectacular cycle-ending finish that would be. Again, we're talking about these high valuations. I never talk about a coin going to $100 billion or more unless I believe it has the potential for traditional backing whenever it comes to finance, right? Like TradFi backing, these traditional institutions. And you literally just became one, right? Like you just integrated this. This is huge. This is huge. This sets the stage really for Nebraska to be the crypto capital of the United States. I'm not even kidding. I can't. I feel like you might be hearing this and thinking that I'm overplaying this. How big of a deal this is? I feel like I'm not doing it justice. This is a really big deal, you guys. This is an advancement, a huge leap forward for crypto as a whole. Telcoin literally just cemented its place in history with this. Like this is even if it's a failed project, even if it fails as like over the decades or over the century, who knows? It's still cemented in history as something that is absolutely profound in advancing cryptocurrency and the way that we handle banking with crypto. It's absolutely incredible. But anyways, let's look at the short-term stuff. Enough gawking. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame, and I'll pull up Coinbase. I think is Telcoin not on Coinbase? Oh wow, it's interesting because it's a United States crypto, and they even have United States. They even have their own bank now, right? In the United States, it's kind of interesting. Let's look at Bybit. Bybit will have more volume. So okay, a lot of volume here on the 1 hour time frame. Absolutely, volume's dying off a little bit. I would think we go higher again. I think that we do push a little higher here. We'll probably see a slightly higher high and then sell off, something like that. That higher high will give us bearish divergence. Oh, we already have bearish divergence. Oh, we already do. One of two things is going to happen. Either we're going to go for a lower high or a slightly higher high and then pull down. Okay, one of those two things. And likely we will go back down to this area here where we'll be between about 0.0046 to 0.0038. So again, Telcoin, even if it moves up from here, you likely pull down, I would think, another 20% or so from the current price. So not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I don't think it's the best time to buy. But with that being said, I wouldn't be surprised if by the time most of you watch this video, we're probably moving up, not moving down. Today, at least. Over the days to come, probably. 1 hour stochastics look bearish. The MACD looks bearish. We don't have to move higher. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. But if we were to move higher, the thought there would be that we go up to about 0.0062 to 0.0063, maybe all the way up to 0.0067. if we see a higher high, 0076 to 0085, but I'm a little bit less inclined to believe this than I was before, only because of this bearish divergence on the 1 hour time frame, which I think will ultimately either provide us a slightly lower high, a double top. I don't think that we'll get to this area, so a little bit higher, nothing significant, and then a drop that is rather significant, something that's greater than 15%, but lesser than 25% would be my expectation. Let me double check that. Sorry, let's correct that. Let's say greater than 15, but lesser than 25, less than 25, greater than 20 even, probably a larger than 20% drop from here. Anyways, 4 hour time frame, zooming out a little bit more. The MACD is great here. The MACD is awesome. The stochastics look bullish, and the RSI is actually at a point to bounce. You know, again, even if we do see higher highs, that doesn't mean that I'm wrong. We'll probably just get some bearish divergence on the 4 hour time frame and then pull back still. Okay. I wonder, do we have anything? Let's go back to the 1 hour time frame. No. The 4 hour time frame might be more useful. Let's just see. Do we have any fibs? No, the 1 hour is going to be more useful because we have this little pivot here. I think this zone is important to reference. Do we have any fibs that line up with this that are significant? I bet from here, from the low to high, I bet that's the 0.5 at like the top, and then maybe the golden ratio is a little bit above that lower line there. Oh, it's a 382. Nope, I was wrong. My judgment was off. Yeah, 382. It's actually very common to wick just below the 382 as well. I would think we go a little bit lower. Golden ratio is right down there. I don't know. And we could find support back at these resistance points. As crazy as it is, and as impressive as it is that Telcoin has this going for it now, we could see a drop. I guess we could see something that's over 30%. I wouldn't expect it personally. I would more think something between, again, that 20 to 30% drop would be what we do. But anything can happen. Right, we've got reasons to find support back here. Prior resistance right there, the 382 going just below it. I mean, I think that that's fine. I doubt that we go below 00422 if I'm being honest. But if we do, 0037 to 0034 is a possibility. And again, we're talking about the downside, even though I do think you're going to move up from here because inevitably you'll come down. And if you're looking to buy, like I am, this is the kind of given range that we're focusing on is between 0047 to 0037. Okay, somewhere in that range. Likely though 0042 to 0047, somewhere in this range, most likely. Yeah, looks good. And then you will continue higher. Let's actually run with this thought here. Hold on. Let's say you bought not even at this line, at the realm of what we're expecting, but let's say you bought at the 382, just a little bit above there. Okay. Let's say you bought there, and then we put on our overall fibs. Oh, damn. I'm just going to remember this 00473. Let's do it like this. Hold on. 00473. So we go from the cycle high. We go to 0047 something, right? Something like right there. Come on. We're almost there, right there. 472. Close enough. The next target area would be, instead of a 4x from the current price at a minimum, like a 4.5x, it would actually be like a 5.5x. And then at the maximum, we'd have 8.5x potential versus 6.5x potential, or almost 7x potential, right? Like that's the difference. It's a little difference, but it's like an extra 100% in growth, depending on where you buy. If you buy here, you're still going to get growth, but if you wait, if you're patient, 0044 level, 0047 level, somewhere in that zone, you'll likely see greater returns, right? Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Daily time frame here, looking at this. Daily RSI looks great, stochastics look great, and the MACD is crossing above the zero. All positive things. I got nothing negative to say. Again, I would just like to offer this thought before we end the video here, is that where you found resistance here, if you go a little bit above there, that's great. Just understand you are in a bit of a realm of resistance here. Okay, so even if you go higher, that's great. You likely do find some turbulence, and wherever the top is, if this is it, if we push a little bit higher today or tomorrow, we take a high to a low on our fibs, and we should pull back, I would think, below 0047. So wherever we go from here, we'll likely pull back to 0047 or lower. Okay, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Ultimately, I very much do believe Telcoin has serious potential by the end of the cycle, right? This is a sleeper, and it definitely has, $1 capabilities and beyond. As crazy as it is, right? Because that let's just see. If we were to go all the way up here, 500x, what would a 500x on 520 million? 100x is 50, so it'd be 250. $250 billion. It's a lot of money. 250 billion is a lot of money, and a 500x is crazy. But we see crazy growth like that happen in crypto. This is literally a historic moment for Telcoin. It puts it ahead of a lot of different cryptos, in my opinion. It puts it ahead of the whole game. We're probably going to see a lot of other cryptos do the same thing, right? If Telcoin can do it, then other cryptos will be able to do it as well. But 250 billion for something like this, it's very attainable. And I know a 500x is really hard to wrap your mind around, but I'm not promising this. I'm not guaranteeing it happens. I'm just saying it's within the wheelhouse of capabilities. Okay, we could hit a dollar, let alone multiple dollars by the end of the cycle. You're worth about half a cent right now, and you have the statistical probability of going back below half a cent if you want to buy. Massive accumulation. When the breakout happens, it's going to make all these moves look cute. Okay, it's going to be spectacular. Remember, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's still recording, but my computer just died, so I'm gonna stop recording here, and we'll just see. It's like reloading right now. It gave me the warnings, guys. It gave me the warnings, and I didn't reload it. But I was basically at the end of the video anyway, so that was perfect timing. I'll see you on the next one. All right, take care. Bye.